You might ask me, what can you do for America? And I'll tell you that it's not about what I can do, but it's about what I'm willing to do. And what I'm willing is to dream for the United States of America. I dream of a country that can foster the American dream, a nation with a stronger economy that protects small businesses and gives people, the average middle-class people, the very opportunity to take risks and create small businesses. How many entrepreneurs have unfulfilled ideas due to an ailing family member or an upcoming tuition bill? How many more have given up their dreams due to high and unfair taxes? The government is for the people, and that's why I propose that we will cut taxes for those that are willing to take a risk and open their own businesses. We will cut taxes for those that are willing to keep their industries in their own land. Big corporations that are constantly exporting their jobs into foreign countries. And what we need is for those corporations to bring the jobs back for our fellow Americans. And the United States of America has always upheld its truest promise of opportunity and equality. And now is not the time to go back on this promise. I dream of a nation that can provide its people with equal care. A country that is capable of giving its ailing citizens proper health care, so that those with cancer or diabetes will not have to give up their houses and their children's only education just because they wish to stay insured. It should not be a choice. A country where its citizens will not have to pay astronomical prices to healthcare insurance companies only to obtain the most meager of benefits or perhaps no benefits at all. I know that many of our citizens are in doubt, and I understand. There are flaws in the system. However, but with improvement, we can make healthcare truly beneficial to those in need. And that is why we will lower the percentage of Cadillac tax and raise the cap for healthcare, so that every man and every woman in our country will know that their families are insured, and even when there is mortgage to pay and ends to meet. So now, I also dream of a nation that will keep its air unpolluted, and its waters uncontaminated, and its citizens healthy. This is a nation that will care for what happens to its earth and not turn a blind eye and say, and I quote, "There is no such thing as global warming." However, this is another undeniable reality, another nightmare that America must overcome. It is a fact that we have been using up too much of our resources and there will be no more left for our children. It is a fact that American government relies on foreign oil and bends to the will of the large oil corporations that spend millions of dollars lobbying in Washington just to make sure that this reliance does not end anytime soon. No, America does not deserve this. Why should we be deserving this? And this is why we will support those that aid in the research for cleaner energy resources, so that one day America will not be held accountable for dependence on foreign oil. One day we will not be held accountable for depleting the earth. They'll become the homes of our children, and then in time, their children. So this America is the America that I dream about. One that gives its people the chance to realize an idea, the ability to protect their own environment, and the right to stay healthy and safe in less secure times. And today, America, I ask you to dream once more. Dream for a better nation, where a student will not have to be giving up his education just because his parents are unemployed. Where a mother does not have to choose between insurance and her child and her home. Where a man will not have to be better than a battered economy. America deserves more than politicians fighting over petty details. America deserves more than lobbyists who try to prevent bills that harm their prospects from reaching the table. And because America deserves so much more, I dream bigger dreams for this nation. And today we gather here, not for you to ask me what I can do for this nation as your presidential candidate, what I will do for the betterment of my country and for my people. I will work hard to prove to you that you can trust in this dream, to put our nightmares behind us, and also to trust in Rosa Kim, your Democratic candidate for the presidency of the United States. Thank you.
Your seat up there. I'm going to move to the questions part of this debate, where Mr. Bryan and I, the moderators, will be asking the candidates a set of questions of candidates. I'll be going back and forth who answers first, but both of you will be answered first since Bill had an opportunity to start his opening speech. You'll have 1 minute exactly. I'll put up my finger to let you know that there are 30 seconds remaining to your 1 minute response. And then after each question, you guys will each have 30 seconds to give a rebuttal or anything else that you would like to add about that question. I'll be addressing the first question. And my first question is to both of you, both of your platforms, you mentioned about your fear for the economy. And Rosa, you had just spoken about the issue of giving middle-class Americans more of an opportunity to engage in the economy. Phil, you also talked about looking at the disparity between the rich and the poor. So my question is to you, so what policies do you have planned if you were to be elected the President of the United States to address the concerns that you had raised in your opening speech? Phil, Rosa, you have the opportunity to answer first.
Like I mentioned in my speech, one big factor of unemployment is that big corporations that have plenty of jobs to spare are exporting jobs to foreign nations. And to encourage big corporations to keep their jobs in the domestic area, I am planning to decrease taxes and actually give subsidies for corporations that keep around 70% to 85%, depending on their size. If they keep their jobs in, if they keep 70 to 85% of their jobs in the domestic sphere. And another factor is that we are cutting taxes on small businesses because it is easier for middle class men to go ahead and create small businesses.
Thank you very much. Yeah, sure. You can do it however you like to address the message. No, it's your chance to answer the question, and then we'll go to
Now, I mentioned the polarity that is happening between the rich and the poor right now. Now, if you guys saw what I put on my slide, top 1% of the economy controls 42.7% of population financial wealth. That is a lot of money. That is the money that the bottom 50% doesn't even get. Many of the CEOs receive salaries exceeding 263 times its workers. Wow, that is a lot. Now, I suggest we tax those CEO bonuses. These bonuses that do not affect the workings of the companies, but the bonuses that give them leisure and the right to do whatever they want. We tax those. It is for the middle class Americans that we the government is running for, not these top 1% that controls 40% of the world's wealth. So, because that is my answer to your question.
Thank you very much. Rosa, will give you an opportunity now to redress or rebut or any other concerns. You have 30 seconds to do so about this question. Go ahead.
One thing I'd like to ask is that you said to go ahead and tax bonuses. Wouldn't that actually disencourage the job efficiency and job quality and their work efficiency and work quality from the CEOs, since they are actually heads of large corporations?
30 seconds. Thanks.
Now I must ask you guys, who is it that is working for America? Is it the CEOs? No, it is the workers under those CEOs. It is the workers that actually do stuff for the CEOs. Should CEOs get more than the workers? Should CEOs get 200 times more salary paid than the workers? Should they? Are they working 200 times as much as those workers? Let me ask you that, Rosa. Would you give all the money to the CEOs in order for them to better manage the economy?
Thank you very much. That is your time. We're going to move on now to the next question. The next question is going to come from Mr. Bryant.
Let's look at healthcare first.
Yes.
Now,
I'm sorry, Phil, you'll be answering first this time.
Phil, I asked around constituents all around me, what did Phil say about healthcare? And none of us could remember what you said. For option one is that all of us weren't listening. For option two, you said nothing about healthcare. So I'm just going to assume you're in the same boat as Rosa, who's going to expand healthcare. Okay? And then going on to Rosa, you're suggesting that you have a dream to make proper healthcare supportable for all the people. It's important to raise a healthy society. So we'll have to ask this question based upon Rosa's statement. The question being is this. It's a great dream. It really is. Everyone having health care. But here's the reality. debt is increasing. Government spending is increasing. The dollar is losing value nationally. Our economy is in trouble. Another addition is that America is the most unhealthy country in the entire world. So, given the realities of this economy and healthcare, I have dreamed of winning the lottery as well. But in the truth, how are you going to make this? Can you argue why this dream is actually realistic? I guess that's both of you. I'll just split it.
Okay, regarding the cost of healthcare, it is a problem that we should not avoid, and I am aware of that. Now, there are several things we could do to make the costs go less and more manageable. For example, we can streamline the process of healthcare. That reduces a lot of the administrative cost, which is around 15% of every dollar. 15% of every dollar spent. That is a lot. Now, and also, generic brand drugs should be preferred, or at least given as an option to the American people. Should they want to have a more financially viable healthcare plan? Because prescription drugs are very expensive, yet they do the same thing. And also, we should reorganize social security programs such as Medicare and Medicaid to become more financially viable for the general population. Now, it is a dream that I have for providing healthcare for everyone in America, and I believe that dream is viable through these three options. Now,
Thank you very much. Your opportunity. Go ahead.
I would actually like to ask my fellow constituents, what do you think is more important? Your health? Well, actually, no. These two are connected. You asked if it's actually realistic or not. I would like to address that it's, well, what I like to say, inconvenient truth. Because if we have a bad economy, we do have really high unemployment rates. And with the unemployment rates skyrocketing and people having no jobs to pay for their health insurance, it is up to the government to go ahead and address this. And we did mention high dose. This is also something that it's unavoidable. We cannot avoid this. However, it is a short-term goal for us to actually go ahead and address our fellow Americans. It is something that we cannot do anything about. Sure, it will go ahead and perhaps skyrocket our debts one more time. But I still think that it's important to address people that are not even having the money to go ahead and find their doctors for a simple cold or perhaps even diabetes. So I still think that is realistic.
Thank you very much. Now I will allow Phil your first. Well, go ahead.
Now, Rosa, I share your vision in providing health care for everyone, but sometimes the costs are just too high, as Mr. Bryan said. It's skyrocketing too high. Now, what exactly are we doing to budget this funding that we can't contain? Now, I mentioned three things, but Rosa, I really didn't get where you want to do specifically to improve the situation right now, because we're leaving the debts to our children.
Okay, thank you very much. Rosa, your opportunity to answer the rebuttal. Go ahead.
Philip, he asked me about revenue and money. I think one of the important factors of my plan is the Cadillac tax. It is actually taxing extremely pricey insurance plans, and it's basically the government gets the revenue. That's one way to address the national debt. And he mentioned that we're going to go ahead and reform our social securities and Medicare and Medicaid. How will we do that? That's another big thing that will add on to our debts. So honestly, I don't think Philip is better off than I am.
Thank you very much. We're going to move on to the next question, Mr. Bryan. Go ahead.
Wait, is it for
Yep, we're going to move on to the next question for the sake of time. Only one chance to.
I'm asking for Rosa first, though.
Yeah.
So, this is a question I'll leave for both of you. Rosa, talking to you first regarding